Students, now my voice is coming or not? Please tell me. Students, is my voice coming or not? Please tell me. Students, okay. So students, now let's start the live session. Okay students. Okay students, now let's start with this live session. So in previous lecture, if students you watch or take the previous lecture, then you know that some topics we have discussed in previous lecture. Now after these topics, let's discuss about pressure in detail. So in previous lecture, we discussed that pressure is the force acting upon a particular area. So now here, pressure is the force acting on a unique area of the object. For example, this is a box. We have a box and we are applying a pressure on that area or force on that area. Then the force applied on that area is known as pressure. So students, this is how we can simply define the pressure. Now the formula for calculating pressure is equal to force upon area. So we can simply find out pressure, the amount of pressure or the value of pressure by this formula, means force upon area. So if we put the value of the force that we apply on that particular area, then we got the value of pressure. So students, this is the formula that we are use in numerical problems to find out the amount of pressure applied by that particular force on that on a unit area or on a particular unit area. Now students, the SI unit of measuring force is Newton and the SI unit of measuring area is meter square or square meter. So after putting these units in the formula, we got, so the unit of force is equal to Newton and the unit of area is equal to meter square. So the unit of pressure is equal to Newton per meter square. So students, this is the SI unit of pressure, means Newton per meter square, which is also known as Pascal. So students, the SI unit of measuring pressure is Newtons per meter square, means this symbol, which is also known as Pascal, and the symbol of the Pascal is this. So students, when we to find out the pressure on a particular body or a particular object, then we have to use this unit to represent the quantity or to represent the amount of that particular pressure. Now students, 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per square meter, because it is directly or is also known as 1 Newton per square meter. So these are the symbols which is used to represent the SI unit of pressure. Now Pascal is a very small unit of pressure, so a bigger unit of pressure called kilopascal. It means if we have to represent a larger amount of pressure, then we use bigger units such as kilopascal, because pascal is a small unit. So whenever we are going to represent a small amount of pressure, then we use the unit pascal, and if we are going to represent a larger amount of pressure, then we use bigger units of pressure, which is kilopascal. Now students, let's discuss about the relation between pascal and kilopascal. So kilopascal is represented by this symbol. So symbol is very important here, students. Now 1 kilopascal is equal to 1000 pascals. So this is the relation between kilopascal and pascal. So we can simply write this as 1 kilopascal is equal to 1000 pascals. So students, if we have given that pressure of 1 kilopascal is applied on an object, then the pascal, then how can we convert this 1 kilopascal into pascal? So simply by multiplying it by 1000. So we got 1000 pascals here. So students, this is the pressure, the formula of pressure, force upon area, the units of pressure, pascals or Newton per meter square, or bigger units such as kilopascals, that we are going to use when we do numerical problems. Now students, let's move to the next topic here. So next topic here is factors affecting pressure. So now we are going to discuss those factors which affect the value of pressure. So simply with the help of formula, the formula of the pressure is equal to force upon area. So mainly two factors are responsible here which affects the value of pressure. So these factors are the amount of force and the per unit area. So the pressure depends on two factors mainly. First one is force applied, means how much amount of force we are applying on that particular area, and second one is area over which force acts. So from the formula we can simply define how pressure depends on these two values or these two factors. So from here we can simply write as, so from the formula we can simply see that pressure is directly proportional to force. If it means if we increase the value of force, then pressure also increases, because pressure is directly proportional to force, and pressure is inversely proportional to the area. It means if we increase the area, then pressure decreases, and if we decrease the area, then pressure increases. So students, this is how pressure depends on these two factors. One is force and another one is area on which the force is applied. So students, these are the two factors that affect the value of pressure. So students, I think you got all the points from here. So students, please also note down these notes in your copy. So students, I think you got all the points from here. Now students, let's move to the next topic here. So now students, let us discuss some everyday facts relating to the pressure. So let's discuss some observations of our daily life. So explanation of some everyday observations on the basis of pressure. So here, first observation. So first observation is a school bag or shoulder bag. So as all of you know that you carry your bag when you come to the school. So the bag, the school bag has a white strap made of thick cloth or also known as canvas, as you can see in the picture. So this is the strap of your school bag. So this is white. This is white. Means if the strap is white, means the area also increases. Now, so that the weight of a bag may fall over a large area of the shoulder of the child, producing less pressure on the shoulder. So students, this is why the straps of your school bag or the bags that we use to carry materials or substances is white. The straps of these bags are white enough. This is because the wide straps has a larger area, so the pressure applied by the weight of the bag on our shoulder is lesser. So we feel comfortable to carry the bag with heavy weights. Now, due to less pressure, it is more comfortable to carry the heavy school bags. So students, this is the reason why the straps of your school bag or any bag are wide or have a larger area. Now, a person employed to carry heavy luggage or other loads is called a porter. Now, porters place a thick round piece of cloth on their head when they have to carry heavy loads. So, as you can see in your general life, daily life, that the porters, the person who carry the luggage. So, before carrying the luggage on their head, they put a piece of cloth on their head to reduce the pressure applied by the luggage, because it increases the area, and after increasing the area, the pressure applied on their head by the weight of the luggage is reduced. So they comfortably put the luggage on their head. Now, like luggage like heavy suitcases etc. of passengers. So by placing the thick round piece of cloth, the porters increase the area of contact of the load with their head. Since the load now falls on a larger area of head, the pressure on head is reduced and it becomes easier to carry the heavy load. So students, this is the reason why the straps of your bag, school bag, are wide, to decrease the pressure on your shoulder. So students, this is the first fact related to pressure in your everyday life. Now students, let's move to the second fact. So in the second fact here, a sharp knife has a very thin edge. So if I discuss about a sharp knife, so a sharp knife has a has a thin edge. Due to this thin edge, you can easily cut the objects, for example like vegetables, fruits. So a sharp knife has a very thin edge to its blade. A sharp knife cuts objects like vegetables better because due to its very thin edge. The force of our hand falls over a very small area of the object, producing a large pressure. So students, because pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area. Now, I discussed that if we decrease the area, then pressure increases. So, the area of this knife blade is very small, due to which if we apply a small force on this knife, then the amount of pressure is very large. Due to this large pressure, this large amount of pressure, the knife easily cuts the vegetables or fruits. Now, the tip of a sieving needle is sharp, so that due to its sharp tip, the needle may put the force on a very small area of the cloth, producing a large pressure sufficient to pierce the cloth being stitched. So here one more example. So as you can see here, the tip of the needle is very sharp, means it has a smaller area. Now the area is small, then the pressure increases if we apply only a small amount of force on that needle. So students, this is one more case of your daily life. You study this in your daily life. So this is why the needle easily pierces the clothes, and we can easily stitch the clothes. Now students, I think you got this point from here. Now students, let's move to the next observation here. So next observation here is, when a man stands on a cushion, then only his 2 feet having a small area are in contact with the cushion. Due to this, the weight of man falls on a small area of the cushion, producing a large pressure. Due to this, large pressure causes a big depression in the cushion. So this example also you studied in your daily life. When you stands on a cushion, only by your feet, only by your legs, then the legs creates a depression in the cushion because of the smaller area. And as you all know that pressure is equal to force upon area. So if the amount of area decreases, then pressure increases because pressure is inversely proportional to the area. So then this is why a depression occurs in the cushion. But on the other hand, when the same man is lying on the cushion, then his whole body having large area is in contact with the cushion. So in this case, the weight of man falls on a much larger area of pressure are made. No shoes have large area or leg. So, as all of you know, this also then the weight of the liquid exerts water because if we calculate the so the pressure P2 bottom of the vessel. The base of the vessel or bottom of the vessel. Force upon area applied by the wall weight. Now, please note as a container. Applied forces is also called hydrocarbons. The water pressure is also so static fluid means hydrostatic pressure. Motion. There is no motion. Fluid and the accelerator. So liquid means the easily explain of the vessel. So size